This is the Subaru Forester. I'm going to start over here with the steering wheel. We have cruise control, turning it on, setting it, and then controlling that distance from the car in front of you. And then here we have lane centering, so it's going to use these cameras up above to keep you in those lanes. And if you're feeling uncomfortable with the car in front of you's speed, you can adjust the speed here. You have intelligence mode and sports mode, and you can tell right there next to the P where the I is, and if I hit S it'll go to sports mode when you need that extra oomph, and intelligence for when you want your motor performing at its best. Over here on this side we have these arrows will go through your presets in your radio if you have those set, and you're just going to set those by pressing. If you have the station you like, you're just going to press and hold it down, and then you'll be good. Source is source of music, AM, FM, Sirius, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. Info will give you different information up above here. It's really neat. There's just some extra information there. And then you have answering the phone and hanging up the phone and voice command. If I press her, we'll get that. And if you're using the CarPlay or Android Auto and you press and hold her, you'll actually be able to use Siri or Google instead. Then down below here, if you pump up on these buttons, these arrows here, it'll change the information that it gives you there. And the PSI, you want to drive around a little bit for it to be able to tell you. And then if you ever see a little logo like this I here pop up above the P, you'll want to hit this button for it to tell you what's going on. So it could be low windshield wiper fluid, low tire pressure, low fuel, just things like that. Down below here, we have opening and closing the trunk. We have steering responsive headlights, so when you have your headlights on and you turn, your headlights turn with you. Memory, so it's really kind of hard to see, but there's a white line up above there, and that's how you know that it's off. And if you want to use it, press it in, and then you can't see that white line above anymore. And I can send you a video on adjusting the height of the trunk. A lot of people like to use it if they have a low garage or anything like that. Then brightness of your dash. Down below here we have traction control to turn it off. All of these are on unless you turn them off. So traction control, this is your auto start stop. So if you ever notice that at a stoplight your car will turn off, that's that feature right there. Then you have blind spot detection that you notice on your side mirrors that they'll flash when a car is coming by. And then this one is your driver monitoring system to turn that off. And that uses this camera up above here to scan your face and move your seat and side mirrors when you get in the car, which is really neat. Down below here we have a steering warmer. So with the light you see that it's on. Here on the main dash we have all these cool apps, and a really neat one is in the apps. A lot of people don't know that it's there because it's kind of hidden, but it's the travel link with Sirius, and you have fuel prices so you can check the prices if you let it load for a little bit, and the distance. You can keep up with your favorite sports team, your stocks, and even check the weather wherever you may be. And that was in the apps and travel link. Another cool thing is, like, if you want to check those fuel prices pretty often, you can go to add shortcuts. We went into apps, we went to fuel, and now you made it its own little app even. And then this screen works just like a phone. Press and hold, and then you can drag to delete it. And then if you press and hold again, you're able to move the apps around, which is really neat. Down below here we have the parking brake. So bring it up to do it, and then press the brake and push down to turn it off. AVH, this one it will hold your brakes for you until you hit the gas. It's pretty neat for if you're in traffic and things like that. But this one's very important because you do not want to have it on in a car wash, because it won't let your car roll through the car wash and it'll mess up your brakes. Over here we have X mode, so when you're in some snow and dirt, you're just going to turn it that way, and there you got a notification about it. And then if it's a little bit deeper snow or some mud, turn it that way and you see that it alerted you. And you also see that your hill descent right there popped up. So X mode will actually help you go down a hill if you ever need that. And then when you're just back to normal, you want it back to normal, you just press it in and you're back to that intelligence mode. X mode will cut off over 25 miles an hour, so it's really just for when you're stuck, which is really neat. Then you have heated seats over here. Up above, we're going to go up here, and then SOS is for those emergencies, and the information, that one is for when you have Starlink. It's a 24/7 assistance for anything you might need. SOS, obviously, for more emergency things. And then information if you have any comments, concerns, anything that you might need help with along the way. And they can help you as best as they can over the phone. And then here we have lane departure. So, again, it's using these cameras to keep you in those lanes. Pre-collision braking. So if you're going over 7 miles an hour and something jumps out in front of you, your car will brake for you, which is a really neat feature. And then down below here we have these 3 buttons that are the home link, so you can set up 3 garages or gates there. And then this green light here is the auto dimming. So that is when a bright light is shining on this mirror, it won't blind you because it'll automatically dim it for you. Then lastly here, if you put it into reverse, you see you have the reverse automatic braking, which is the pre-collision but in reverse. So if you're backing up and something jumps out at you, then it'll brake for you. And over here is for the beep beep beep, so when you're getting closer to something, which is really good to have. And here, if you go to drive and you push it over, you're able to use these paddle shifters to change the gears. And then you just go back to automatic and park. I believe that's all. If you have any questions about the Air, feel free to reach out. Or anything that I might have missed, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much.